Hello, Marshall National Team. I am here in Kentucky with the newest director on the Marshall team and her director, senior director. So we have a new director, Leigh Ann Martin, which, by the way, love her name. And then we have Danielle Pearson, who's a new senior director. So it's just really exciting. And I thought, what a great way for us to just kind of chat back and forth and you get to know them. And I'm going to ask them some questions that I think you might ask about their success, because both of these ladies have been in beauty control for a very short period of time and are really doing very well. So I guess I'll start with Danielle, because since you're the senior director, why don't you tell them a little bit about why you joined beauty control and how you think you achieved success so quickly in the company?
I joined beauty control not to sell at all. I joined for the skincare. The skincare started doing wonders for my face. As an adult, I suffer with chronic adult acne, and when it started working, people started commenting, and I was excited, so I started showing people, and I kind of figured out that, hey, this is working. This stuff is actually selling. So I went to Beauty U and decided that I would give it a shot. And then it was Celebration. It really kicked me off, and from there, it was being very persistent.
Persistence. You hear that a lot in our business, don't you? So how did you actually meet Leigh Ann?
I recruited a lot of what I call consumer consultants. Consumer consultants join the company just to use the product and get their products at a discount, no intention on selling. And I ran into a lady at the spa who was less than excited about all the products. I really didn't think anything would come of it, but she did actually end up purchasing a kit, even through the attitude that she had through the entire spa. I took it home, and she started really enjoying the products. It's just like, there's something to this. And from there, Leigh Ann was a friend of hers, and she took it and showed Leigh Ann, and Leigh Ann called me herself out of the blue and said that she wanted to have a spa and was possibly interested in the business opportunity.
And wow, what a gem was there. And you know, it's not always about who you recruit, but it's who they recruit. That's why we always talk about recruiting being such an important part of our business, because you never know. It may not be, you know, I might recruit Leigh Ann, maybe she doesn't do anything with it, but Leigh Ann might recruit someone who does something with it. So it's real important that you don't just, when you're recruiting, that you not just see just one person, but you see everything else that can come from that. Leigh Ann, we've had some fun, haven't we? Yes, these two ladies we went to New York together, and it was Leigh Ann's first trip, and was it your first trip?
It was my first
and
trip.
Danielle's first trip, and so it was actually my first time in New York. It wasn't my first beauty control trip. We had a great time, and I knew then when I met Leigh Ann that she was really, I could tell she wanted to be a director. She had a little bit of fear there. And then at leadership, we actually sat down and talked about directorship. So tell me a little bit about your reason for wanting to become a director.
Well, at one time I didn't think I wanted to be. I started in the business. I wanted to make a little money to kind of appease, and so I could retire. I wanted to retire from nursing, which I've been doing for 36 years, and I just wanted a little extra income just to keep me from becoming a couch potato.
Couch potato, okay.
And so then once I got in, I'm real competitive in nature.
Really?
And so I thought, well, I want that, you know. And it took me a little bit because I could see some cons against it. I didn't know if I wanted to, or I would be able to be the leader that people need to have to be successful. So that scared me. But
So what did you discover along the way? Because I know that any of us that go into this business, you know, we do discover there's things inside of us that we didn't realize were there, and it really becomes about people. So tell us how that evolved.
It is all about my team. It has evolved because I have kind of come out of my shell. there yet. I'm not there yet, but I am working on it, and I'm able to talk to people a little bit easier. And they're not sick. You know, these are happy-go-lucky people.
Yeah, Leigh Ann is a nurse, and so I want you to tell these ladies a little bit about what you have done. You've worked another job full time while becoming a director, and you've heard us say a lot of times that it takes sometimes you have to do more than you think you can in the beginning, or do what you have to do now so you can do what you want to do later. And I know it wasn't easy.
No,
Working full time.
I'm not going to say it was easy because it was hard. It was very difficult, but it was very rewarding. I would go and work all day long, and then I'd go home, change clothes, get my car ready, and take off for a spa. And it really didn't hit till I went to leadership, and then they put out that New York trip, and I wanted that. I wanted that New York trip, and so I was doing a spa every night, trying to get that trip.
She did.
And I did. It's a little easier as it goes because you get a few people under you that want to do the business, and so you're not doing it all by yourself. You're doing it as a team, and so it's working out.
If you recruit enough people, eventually you do find the workers. It's like anything, I think, with booking spas or recruiting, it's a numbers game. And even when you start to build your team, some are going to come in and tell you they're going to accomplish the world and, conquer the world, and they don't do anything. And then you've got some people that come in, much like myself, and I guess you guys too, not really knowing what you were going to do with the business, but you fell in love with it a little bit at a time, and now look where you are. So I've just been real excited to watch both of you, because not only are you dynamic leaders, but you two are hilarious together, and it's just almost like sisters.
We do.
Yeah, it really is. Leigh Ann, let me ask you this: were you afraid to go for it? I mean, honestly.
Oh yes.
And what was it? Was it the fear of failure, or?
Yes, fear of failure. Your friends and family are not your best supporters, and so I was getting the negative from that, and I think that's what pushed me to do more, to show them that yes, you tell me I can't, and I'll show you I can. So I'm real competitive in that case, but.
Well, and that's the thing. I think it's good for new consultants and maybe other consultants that want to be where you are and where Danielle is to know that, I mean, it's normal. Typically, your friends and family are the least supportive when you're starting a business like this or going for a big goal. And that's the thing you have to push past, because a lot of people will ask is, well, if my friends and family won't help me out, how can I ever make this business work? At my experience, I don't know about yours, my experience has been, it's much easier with people I don't know.
Exactly.
It is, and this is a dream for you. I know for wanting to be with your grandbabies, having time to spend with them, and nursing keeps you very, very busy.
Yes, it does.
One of the things that I had said to Leigh Ann when we talked, because Danielle had mentioned to me that she thought Leigh Ann was ready to go for it, and anybody that's in even a teaching profession, they're in the nursing profession, those people love people or they wouldn't be doing what they're doing. I mean, you don't get paid what you're worth, right? And so I knew if she took what she did as a nurse and poured it into helping others in beauty control, and I knew that if you ever just decided to do it, that you would go after it. And you did. You did. Y'all both can tell me about, there's a lady on your team, Leigh Ann, that is legally blind.
Yes.
And her name is Jackie, right?
Yes.
And
my biggest supporter.
She's your biggest supporter.
She will cheer me on, no matter what.
100%.
And she was top seller this past
She
month,
was.
right? All right.
And I think she was last month as well, wasn't she? I think so.
So tell me, I know I've gotten to talk to Jackie some, and I love being around her because she, she inspires me, because I think I have a lot of obstacles to overcome, and here's someone that's legally blind. When she goes to a spa, if it's not in her home, her husband drives her, correct?
Correct.
So tell me just a little bit about Jackie and how she does what she does.
Jackie's a comedian in part too. She's 65. She has diabetes, and she has some heart problems, but she's overcoming. You know, she's lost a lot of weight since I've known her, and so she wants to do. She wants to be out there. She can't do. She was a hairstylist all her life. You know, that's what she did for a living, and so beauty control comes along, and it has just, it's right up her alley, and she loves it. And she started, she signed up in March, and she just loves it. But she wanted me to be director, very
She did.
much so. I mean, she, like I'm telling you, she will tell you she wants me. She loves me, and she's very supportive. And so when she got into the business, she went in it like a gangbuster. I mean, she got her, you know, the Dream Start. She's got all the stuff from the Dream Start, and she's just getting very comfortable with doing spas now. And she's had several, just last week. We were trying to make our numbers, and she had a spa in her house just about every night, and she made $800 just boom, boom, boom.
In 1 week,
boom.
right?
Yeah, in 1 week. And it inspires me, because if she can do that, and she can't get out, she can't do like the rest of us, but she can do that, yes, I know everybody can do that. I know everybody.
It's very, very inspiring. Let me ask you, Danielle, what would you say to someone who is really wanting to succeed in our business, but they are hearing more no's than they are yeses? I know it's very frustrating, and some consultants will see it as a sign. I don't know how many times I've heard this. That must be a sign that this business is not meant to work for them or for me. So what would you say to someone who says that to you?
Be persistent. Consistently talk to I think the industry number is 3 a day, but I always put it out there. Talk to 5. You know, talk to everyone. I put it out there. Stop talking to people you know, because they are not supportive most of the time. You know, a handful of people you know are going to be supportive, but the rest, I think that there's a part of them that they want to see this makeup thing fail like the other makeup things.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about, I know I've been doing this for almost 17 years, and people tell me all the time, I mean, you're still selling lipstick? You got that car selling lipstick? And it's so funny, because this business is so much more than selling lipstick. It's about changing lives. And when I was at the celebration last night here, I'm so glad to be in Kentucky, but Danielle had used part of her bonus to give Leigh Ann this huge celebration, and I walked into the room, and it was absolutely gorgeous, balloons, and it was just really nice. Sit down dinner, and but the consultants that walked in on y'all's team were just glowing. This kind of, we did it, and I think that's real important. You don't get anywhere in our business by yourself. It's a team effort. And you only become successful as you help other people become successful. I love that part of this business. Now, I know both of you live in a rural area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, you know, I've heard it said that it can be very difficult when you live in an area that you're not around a lot of people. So how are you finding your business, your bookings and your leads and all that sort of thing?
Lead boxes.
Lead boxes, okay. And what kind of places are you putting those in?
Our team has got several dentists, several doctors, a couple of little shops, and when we get leads from different counties in our little shops, we split them up. We've got one person up here in Horse Cave, so we've got some leads from there. We get those. Glasgow with her. We kind of split all those up and share our lead boxes.
And you do lead boxes as well.
I do lead boxes. I have not been doing as many lead boxes though. I have been focusing my days because Leigh Ann works a lot of days, and lead boxes is easier for her. But since I don't do anything during the days, I actually do a lot of school spas. And I love doing school spas because I'm getting to give back to the teachers and they're getting a break in their day. And 3/4 of the time those teachers come in, they're just so excited to be able to sit down and do some things, and they have a lot of fun. But that's where I meet a lot of clientele.